Hi, yes, people. Welcome to the Real Talk Football TV Premier League debate show. Prediction shows on a Thursday. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Got myself, Shaq, Tobias in the building. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All right. So every week we do the predictions for the scores for the weekend. So it's week 14, Premier League predictions. How quick has the 14th week's gone already? This is mad. Was it 25 days until the World Cup? Something mad like that?
That's stupid. Even less than that, is it? Yeah, it's about, I think, it starts around the 20th, doesn't it?
Yeah, so 20 odd days until the World Cup already. A bag of games have been playing. It's basically halfway through the season already. Or just over a quarter. Yeah, there's still another 6 or 7 games to play. Then the World Cup. This is mad. What? It still feels, it doesn't feel like World Cup hype, you know, like when World Cup's in the summer. It feels dead, doesn't it? It's like World Cup in the winter. That is mad. But we're going to talk about the World Cup. Go on.
If it wasn't for, it just doesn't make sense. I just don't see how it makes any form of sense.
Yeah, it's dead.
I suspect it disrupts other seasons or other leagues when it's played where it is, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they were talking about Germany. Germany don't go back until nearly the end of January. That's why I think Bayern Munich they could go deep in the Champions League. Everybody starts back earlier. I think Spain start back New Year's Day. England are back Boxing Day, a week after the World Cup. That is mad.
You don't get no Christmas break, man. Like the Christmas period, imagine Christmas period, no football. That's dead. Forget that.
But bruv, like that's why these English teams can't win nothing, bruv. They can't win no Champions League, can't win no World Cup.
Okay, I want to watch football on Boxing Day, bro. No, you know what I'm saying?
But wants to win the World Cup, celebrate one day back in training.
Yeah, back.
Make sure you're back for Boxing Day.
Get back to work, bro. That's what I do, to be fair. That's what I do. Like, imagine Christmas, no ball. That's the hard times, you know.
I know.
That's hard times.
You know what? It's like a juggling act. I'm trying to think. If you was a pro, and say if you say you won the World Cup, next week you're back in work after a mad tournament, and then say if you're playing for one of the top sides.
Bro. I'm sick. I'm sick, bro.
That is good. Nah,
I am, man. It's real.
And you know what? And the thing is as well, you're thinking about I'm thinking about like the average person who's never kicked a ball in their life. They'd be like, fuck it, let them get back to work. They're on 200 grand a week. Let them get back to fucking work. I was like, you know what? That is mad. Thinking about it.
But then moan when players underperform. Yeah,
I know it's mad.
I don't get back, bro. I'm with them. Get them back, bro.
Oh, you can't make that up. But yeah, guys, we do the predictions every week. So Tobias has won the last 2 weeks. So the score I'm on 15 points. Tobias is on 12. 1906 is on 9. All right, we'll start with the person who won last week, which is Tobias.
Hunting you down, bro.
I know, it's mad. I can't take this, man. It's pissing me off. I thought I had this in a bag. All right, so 4-1 City.
Against?
So you got 4-1 City against Leicester. So I'll put it like this because it can't really fit. So 4-1 City. So 2-1 Spurs. Brentford and Wolves have to draw 1-1. Chelsea to win 3-1 against Brighton. Palace to draw 2-2 Southampton. Newcastle to beat Aston Villa 1-0. I think that game can go either way, you know. I think if Newcastle can win that one against Aston Villa, you got to take them seriously. I think you got to take them seriously. They're not going nowhere.
These predictions, though,
they're mad. It's the championship.
You're just like, what the hell? I'm looking at it like,
it's mad. It's the championship. It's the championship all over. You can't. It's not the worth doing.
Now.
That's long. Accumulator's long. It's long. You're just wasting.
Like the lottery.
I'm telling you. Because their man there and Paddy Power, they're smiling, it's getting bare teeth because they're knowing no one's winning, boy. No one is winning. Everton to win 3-2, Liverpool to win 2-0. You know what? Talk about Liverpool, Nunes. You lot have been killing Nunes, yeah? You're calling noodles. Nunes is a problem. I'm telling you, Tobias. No, you're calling that. Listen, you and 906 were killing him. He's a problem.
He's killing. He missed the sit about 2 seconds before. What are you talking about?
But I was gonna come.
This is him, bro. No, if this is Emil Heskey, yeah, your fans are killing him. Don't gas, yeah.
True.
Don't talk nonsense. So let's keep the energy straight up and down. Like,
straight.
He missed that blatant sitter and then scored a decent goal after. Like, forget about it. He's what he is.
Yeah, he's carnage. He creates carnage.
Yeah.
And the thing is, his performance levels like a 9 and a 2 in games, which is mad.
Within 5 minutes.
Within 5 minutes, you see the good, the bad, of the ugly of him. Like, you be like, what the hell is he doing? And then he'll pull out a worldie from nowhere, and he don't know how he's done it. He does create carnage, though. I think he's rapido, though. You don't realize how quick he is when he starts running. He's mad. He's got mad pace.
He's quick, man. But, like, I don't know.
It's a bad one. He's gonna split opinion his whole career.
Well, he's never gonna be easy on the eye. We can just take that out of the equation.
But he could be though. He's still young though.
No, he's not still young, bro. In football terms, he's not still young. Like, forget about it. Don't talk like that.
He's got shades of a Cavani about him, man. He's a raw Cavani.
Yeah, but Cavani, like,
he's a raw Cavani.
You're mocking it. Still.
No, I'm not.
Cavani was raw during the times, bro. You're mocking it. So
he's a raw Cavani, bro. He does everything what Cavani does, but Cavani just does it at an elite level.
He's little P, bro. He's Chiquito. He's Hernandez, bro.
No, he's a little.
Hernandez is bossing it in the MLS. Talk to him. What are you talking about? No, don't put some respect in Hernandez's name, bro.
He's a Cavani, bro. He's a Cavani. I'm telling you.
You're trying to push him to Cavani level. He's not. Be happy that Hernandez was on smoke, man.
I bet you £20 in 2 years. Yeah, he's Cavani.
What?
In 2 years, he's Cavani. Or 2 years, I'll give you £20 if he's Hernandez. 2 years, Cavani.
Put that £20 in crypto, bro, and hope come back. For 2 years, you know.
2 years, man.
Make the same debate. Man wants me to wait a whole year. 2 years for £20.
2 years, bro. 2 years. Yeah, Liverpool winning 2-0. Arsenal to win again, and Man United to beat West Ham 2-1. Arsenal, yeah. Do you think Arsenal will be top by Christmas? Or top before the World Cup?
They'll
be top because they're not going anywhere.
That was the one I kept going back and forth on was the Arsenal one. They're not going to score a lot of goals. I think I'm not convinced by them, but again, you can't just dismiss them.
I think they're coming fifth.
And I think at home against Southampton, isn't it?
Yeah. No, at home they got Nottingham Forest.
No, Forest. Something like that.
Yeah,
Forest. I'm thinking Forest are on a high. That's why I went 1-0 to be fair, because it was Forest.
I hear you. All right, 1906, he came second, so he's gone 3-0 3-0 City, Spurs to win 2-0. Draw with Wolves, Brighton to beat Chelsea 2-1. Palace, Southampton draw, Newcastle to beat Aston Villa. Fulham to win.
Most 2-1s in there.
I know. This guy doesn't go by flipping his head. He just goes by flipping. He tries to do some sort of like equation where he thinks it's like this is gonna do this. I get a certain amount of away wins, a certain amount of home, and it goes for the best.
2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
2-1 Liverpool, Arsenal to beat Nottingham Forest, and Man United to beat West Ham 2-1. I think that's a tough game for you lot against West Ham.
Bro, you are just a hater, bro. Every game for us it's a tough game, bro. Put some respect in our game, bro. What's wrong with this guy? And I looked at it, I looked at your one. I was like, look at this joke, man. Like, he can't give us, even when we're at home, you know, man can't even edge a win. You got no respect, bro. You got no respect. I think we can go back for about 6 shows, but you start losing every show.
Bruv, I'm just going by how I feel, bruv. That's how it is.
Yeah, keep feeling like that stuff.
Oh, mate. I've gone for Man City to win, Spurs to win, Brentford to win. I think Brighton will get
the United result on there. That's how much.
That's how shit you lot are. I forgot to put you cunts on there. Brighton to win too. Brighton to draw with Chelsea. I think they'll get something. Palace to win, Newcastle to draw. I think Villa will get something.
You know what? You say, I don't know, we go to Palace first.
Yeah.
Uncle Pat, don't let it. You could be serving that second season syndrome.
You think so? Don't you see
Bro,
progression with Palace?
I see progression in the way they play, but what's missing? They're very inconsistent at the start. Currently, they're showing signs of massive inconsistency.
Mm.
Like they look solid at home, but away could be anything.
They're just a hot and cold side. But I just feel if I look at, I think there's basically 10 teams that are safe, like in a sense of never go down. From 11th to 20th, bruv, it's all the same. That's why they're so inconsistent, because nobody's better than each other. They all could beat each other on any given day. And that's why you're seeing inconsistencies from everybody, from down below. And then the ones who are mid-table and down below can nick points off the top 4 or top 6 this year. So literally everyone could beat everyone. So to me, Palace, what I watch them, they're exciting. They play good football. They're tough to beat at home, and away from them, they need to change that. But I just think everyone could beat everyone. You just don't know.
I think they're set up to beat the bigger teams more.
The counter, the pace and power they've got on the counter, they have.
Teams similar to themselves, or
they struggle.
Who will put a couple of banks in.
Yeah. Or they have to go out and chase the game and go after the game. That's when they struggle a bit. But it's mad. It's mad. So Everton to win. I think Everton will get a result. I think Liverpool will smack.
And even that one, you said Newcastle at home to Villa.
Because I think Villa won 4-0, and I think Newcastle, to me, are still a mid-table team. I don't think they've got the consistency, in my opinion as well, a bit like Arsenal, to keep on winning. I think you're seeing Arsenal's blip now, drawing with Southampton, losing today. And I think they're just going to scrape against Nottingham Forest.
They lose today.
They lost today to PSV 2-0.
2-0.
So they lost today, and I think they're just going to scrape. I don't know, but it don't matter though, bruv. I look at Arsenal. I think they've started off a house on fire. Now the grind's starting to kick in, and the squad's not there to keep on winning.
I think again, Newcastle at home after they've come off the back of the result against Tottenham. Against Villa, Villa had a decent result, but it is at home. St James is buzzing at the minute.
Yeah, they're flying.
I think they'll have a bit too much for them.
I
think they'll be overawed.
I think Villa have got goals in them. I think Villa will trouble them with Leon Bailey, Ings, Watkins.
Don't Leon Bailey me, man, because I hung my hat on Leon. He'll probably be injured, bro. He'll probably catch a cold.
He'll become injured.
He'll do a Thiago.
He'd put his hamstring getting on the coach.
Or a Varane. You know what? Yeah. The Varane injury, like at the time, I didn't want to laugh because obviously that's not a defender. But only Varane could do that. Only Varane.
Yeah.
And like even the way, now if you clock the way he stiffened up, it's nonsense. Only Varane could get injured like that, and Thiago. Only them two could pull off that type of injury. But
Thiago's got an ear infection. He's still out. You won't see him for a month. This is
getting cold at him, man. He's getting cold at him, man. He needs to draw for the ear muscles once he's playing.
This guy will be out for 2 months with an ear infection, you know. These men are just prone to injury. But Arsenal to get a result against Nottingham Forest. And I've gone with a draw for West Ham Man United. I think. Huh?
Why?
Why have I gone for a draw?
Yeah.
Because I think you're not playing Thursday. I think Sunday is tough. Even if you change the squad. That's what I'm going for. I think
not much we can change because we played basically.
I didn't watch the games against the Sheriffs, but I know Rashford played. I saw Rashford scoring. Ronaldo scored. Oh, he come on, scored.
Ronaldo started. Martinez started, but come off at half time. Anthony started, come off. Ericsson started. Casemiro started. The only one that Malacia and bloody Garnacho. The only one.
And that's why I think they might get a draw. I know West Ham are playing as well. They're playing on a Thursday, and it might be tough for them to play Sunday as well. But I just got a feeling it's going to be a draw. But do you think Ten Hag's attacking this Europa League? This is trophy you man could watch. You could win, I should say.
You think the teams that are dropping down? Barcelona and Atletico.
Barcelona are dead, bruv. They're dead food, bruv.
They're dead, but they can still cause problems. It's not.
Yeah, but you should be looking. If you got them in the next round, you should be going, "Oh, it's from Barcelona." That is a name, bruv.
I wouldn't even say they're super dead like that. You think they're super dead like that?
Barcelona are dead, bruv.
They're not super.
I was looking at their team. They had Garcia at the back. Kunde's all right, but I just look at them. It's like
everyone wanted Conte.
Yeah, but
like,
I look at them. I'll watch them.
Garcia's the fake PK that he tried to sign, and with nostalgia of being in the youth.
I think they're basic, bruv. I think they're basic. The way I know Bayern are elite, and I think I've gone for Bayern to win the Champions League. The way Bayern dealt with them, they just fooded them like they were any team.
Yeah, but come on, Bayern got that, and especially against someone like Barca. How's Lewandowski feel, by the way? But the game against Inter was close.
Yeah, but they got 4 points out of a possible 5. That's poor. There was nowhere near qualifying. 4 points. So 1 win and a draw.
They can cause most teams problem.
Yeah, they could cause most teams problem. But if you got them in the next round, you shouldn't be going like, "Oh, this is a tough one."
In the Europa, if I've got, of course I'm gonna. What if you got Barca in the next round of the Europa? You're not gonna think.
Eintracht Frankfurt beat them last season.
Bro, Sheriff beat Real Madrid last season, and they won the Champions League. Forget all of that. Do you know what I mean? You can't pull these 1 games out of the blue and say, that everyone can beat everyone at the end of the day. And it was at the Bernabeu, I'm sure.
Did they beat the Sheriff? The Sheriffs beat them at the Bernabeu.
Yeah,
but that's what Real Madrid do. Real Madrid just scrape through the.
I don't care about all of that. You know what I'm saying? Forget all of that. Don't start.
Barcelona dead. I don't want to hear it. Barcelona dead.
Yeah, you're gonna say.
Barcelona dead.
They got Rafinha, Lewandowski, Dembele.
Yeah, you man got Rashford and Maguire, man.
Pedri. Bro, come on, man. You got
Maguire. You got Maguire, bro. Yeah, we'll see anyway. I still don't think Barcelona win Europa League, but yeah.
And Atletico, you got the stink bags down there as well.
Yeah, you don't want them. They just stink the whole place out. They're just quite But coming on quickly on another team who's dead, Spurs. Do you think Conte's under pressure, bruv? Do you think?
Why does it always seem like I'm saying no, and I'm always saying like it's too early?
But bruv, they're on free fall. They've spent a lot of money, and I'm just saying they're on free fall. They spent a lot of money. They drew with Sporting, so if they don't get a result in their last game, they could be going out. It feels like they're relying on Harry Kane. It feels like Harry Kane's carrying the whole team because he's the only one who's scoring.
What are you saying about your boy Son?
Huh?
What are you saying about your boy Son?
I think Son wants to leave. I don't think Son likes the style. And then Spurs fans are calling for his head because of the style of football. My opinion is that Conte's an elite manager and they should be grateful they've got a manager who knows how to win. And it just feels like fans in general, they're too impatient and they want the best of both. So they want to play. I think Pep's killed the whole thing, I'm telling you. So they want this great attacking football, but you still want to win trophies. You had that with Pochettino. You played attacking football, 1-0. You've always played attacking football, even through history of Spurs, but basically have 1-0. Even when you've going off subject about Aston Villa. Aston Villa some of their fans are crying that they got Unai Emery. Unai Emery's maybe too good for. I know.
Me up. Look what he done at Villarreal. Don't talk nonsense.
Look at Villarreal and Sevilla. He got Villarreal to the semi-finals of the Champions League on a shoestring budget. I want Europa League.
Beat Arsenal and Man U, bruv.
And I hear Aston Villa fans saying, "Oh, we don't want him."
Who do they want then?
Bruv, they tried to go for Tuchel.
But they've got bread though.
No, bruv. Come on, bruv.
But they're a massive club though.
Bruv, come on. Yeah, they're a massive club. Yes, in stature, massive fan base. But, bro, you can't be going from Steven Gerrard to Tuchel. You've gone from Steven Gerrard to Unai Emery. That's a massive upgrade.
No, that's a massive upgrade.
That's an upgrade. He's
like,
just below the elite of managers, and he's maybe the top of the second tier. If you look at his record and what he's done, so he's basically going to have a better squad at Aston Villa with a bigger budget. So what do you think? Imagine what he could do with Aston Villa.
but
He should be
looking at Unai like he done a bad job at Arsenal, though. He didn't do a bad job at Arsenal.
I think his win percentage was one of the highest before better than Wenger's or something like that.
His demise was the Europa.
It was, yes, it was, but I think it was the media killed him because the way he spoke and all of that. They put the bruv. They did. They took the piss out of him. They took the piss out of him. They put a narrative that this guy's a donut. That's what they put out there. And one thing I don't like about in the Premier League and the English media, so if you get sacked or you leave a job, you're shit. If you know what I mean. Where in Italy, I've seen them get sacked 4 clubs and end up being at Real Madrid.
Oh yeah,
even in Spain as well, you see these men kind of go round. They'll get sacked.
You can't compare it with Italy because their owners are emotional.
Yeah, I know, but I know they could get sacked just like that. But they will get another job, in the say in the Serie A. Where
or you can do what Cannavaro done and hand in his resignation and it get rejected. So man said he's not going nowhere.
Them things.
People are just moved different. Remember when they used to have that shared ownership?
Yes,
of players. Remember when it was like
co-owned? Where man would be co-owned.
Yeah, like they'd be on that team for 2 years. Then
Chiesa was that. Chiesa was that. He was from Fiorentina. He was at Juventus for 18 months.
Did they still do that co-ownership?
Yeah, so he was at. So 18 months he was at Juventus, and then Juventus had to buy him after 8, but he was co-owned. So they had
so they had to. So he was a loan for
pay the rest.
It's mad.
Mad. It's mad. It was.
I remember back in the day, bro. There's a bag of players co-owned.
It's mad, but Personally, what do you think? Do you think Conte's under pressure, or should he be under pressure?
I understand the frustration from Spurs fans, man, because they've been told that they've had Mourinho. They was told that, watch this terrible football or this pragmatic football, and it will get you somewhere. So it didn't, even though they sacked him just before he had a final. So who knows? It could have been different. But then they changed to Nuno, which again, they suffered with the 3 at the back, pragmatic type of football. Very similar in terms of what Jose was bringing them. But then they bring in Conte. I think the expectation of Conte when he had Vittorio Martinez and Lukaku, that he would replicate that with Tottenham, which he sort of have because Tottenham already got that partnership with Son and Kane. How many transfer windows he's had now? He's come late last season, didn't he? Come, January last year?
He's had 1 transfer window.
And this is his first proper transfer window. So the signings he's made, everyone's sort of said they've worked. He brought in
happy.
Like he brought in Basuma. Everyone was happy with that. Might not have played. He brought in Perisic, does a job.
Richarlison's a good player.
Richarlison. And the one that everyone's frustrated about is Jed Spence. I think no one can get their head about them buying Jed Spence and not using him, especially when you've got Emerson Royale and Matt Doherty. Even though I like Matt Doherty, I don't Matt Doherty, especially in a free.
He do a job. That's his role.
Jed Spence, questionable because who knows? Yeah, we see him in the Championship, or those that watch the Championship enough would say X, Y, Z. He's a tall fullback. Played well against Premiership sides when Forest were doing well.
Rapid and good.
Stupidly, should have stayed at Forest. So, poor decision from him. Why do you leave Forest when you're sort of going into the Prem? Like you're going to start every game.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I would rather get another full season under my belt than go to Tottenham and know that I'm either fighting for my place because you're playing Premiership football. What more do you want?
Straight. And even if you do well, you've got Premiership football under your belt, and then you'll get a move and you'll play.
Guaranteed.
Straight.
Tottenham was never going to be your final destination.
Yeah.
You could have made a stop before you went Tottenham.
Yeah, you can went to Southampton.
But now you're in this sort of stagnation now, where you're missing a whole 6 months of football at his age. It's never great.
And the thing is as well, where the injuries of right back, if he was playing, he must be had a chance of getting on the plane.
Yeah,
He could have been had a chance to get on the plane.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But we get back to the original question. I just think it's impatience. It maybe not be what you want to see football wise, but not everyone can play that way, man.
Thank you. That's what I was about to say. No, not everyone can play that way, and two, I think social media's killed everything. So everyone's got an opinion now, and then a few people have the same opinion, and then people just jump on it. I just like, why can't different teams have a different style of playing football? Why does everybody want to play the same way?
Because the fans are becoming like basketball fans. All that matters is goals, isn't it? Like goals.
It's a stat space now. Stat space.
Yeah, and that's it. When you're pulling off 100 stats per game,
it is. You know what? That's what man reel off now. You know, even I know we're going to digress. They were talking about Nunes, and they were talking about Suarez, and the man was saying, Nunes has started to settle down, and he's got the similar numbers to Suarez. I'm like to myself, like, bro, don't put these two in the same sentence. Come on, bro. The eye test tells you, innit? Don't ever put them in. Even if he has the same amount of numbers as Suarez, he'll never be as good as Suarez in his whole lifetime. Never be as good as Suarez. So man don't care about how good they play now. It's literally, he's got 20 games and he's got 18 goals. Yeah, he's better than that one, that player. So I saw another thing. Someone was saying that man tried to disrespect Didier Drogba. Jamie Vardy's got better numbers than him. Jamie Vardy's a better player. Like bruv. You know, you just want to slap someone through the screen.
It's all about how you look at it.
Mad.
It's all about what you want, isn't it? You can say, because that's how players are brought, though, isn't it? Now, via stats. Brentford do it.
Yeah, everyone does it now.
Brentford have got that model. I think you guys are different.
Everyone. Well, that's why we started Jota, because Jota's numbers and everything equal to what Mane's was at the same age. So he's sprinting, his recovery runs, his goals, everything projected to Mane. The only difference was the injury record was a bit high, but they took a gamble on that, and Jota's looks like he's injury prone. But that's why they signed Jota.
Yeah, but so scouting's gone to data analytics now.
Yeah. 100%. It's like America. America do the same thing.
Yeah. You get it in some ways because, especially when it comes to injuries, I think it helps, doesn't it? Given gameplay. So I do think it's helpful. Stats are helpful in certain areas, but is it the be all and end all, or does it categorically say that that's the best player because of those stats? I don't believe that's the way.
No, I think stats and analytics can help, but the eye test still goes for me. Like, to watch someone like face to face, like so you've got now, say with Liverpool, they've got a recruitment team, and they will say, well, we've got Bob, Stephen, James, and all their stats recreate as good as Van Dijk in the next 5 years. You haven't watched him, and in your Klopp and go, okay, who do you think is the best out of three? All right, we're going to go for James. We reckon James because his ceiling's higher and he's got the same type of numbers as Van Dijk when Van Dijk was 25. All right, go and buy him. That's how it is now.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's mad. That's mad to me. Like before, back in the day, would be like a chief scout and he would go and watch, and then he will report back to the manager, and the manager, all right, let me go out and watch him. But maybe because there's so much social media, you don't need to really watch someone. You can go on YouTube and just see this person. So that's how it is. It's quite different. But I do think the eye test, you have to put the eye test in.
Well, if you think about it, if you look at stats and those sort of running stats and heat maps and all the rest of it, does Berbatov go Man United then?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I don't think he goes to any of the top sides.
Does Pogba go for that money if we're looking deep into it?
Maybe because of his athleticism, he's got a myth around him. There you go. That's what I'm saying. He's got a myth around him that he's very athletic because of his size.
He's very Like
unathletic. Unathletic.
the reverse, the opposite. Yeah,
But even going back, someone like Matt Letizia. So if Matt Letizia, I know he didn't go anywhere, but if Matt Letizia was in this time, he would be James Maddison, a better James Maddison. Will never go. People would ooh and ah and look at him, but no one would take the punt on him. He must end up going to a Newcastle, where Newcastle up and coming.
But then that's mad if you think about like the goals that Letizia used to score them nonchalant goals where free kick, they pass it back to him, he just flicks it and bangs it
top corner.
Casual, walks off, dead pick, dead built ball, dead boots, bro. Like.
But do you think Letizia could have done that in a big side? My opinion is that he had all the talent in the world to play for everyone, but I don't think he had the mentality to play for any.
He didn't have the personality,
and that's why he couldn't do it. I think he knew he was a star boy and he could do what he wants. If he went to a Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, or Arsenal, his head would have went, and he wouldn't have get used to being not the best player on the team.
But I don't mind that as long as you perform. Do you know what I'm saying? As long as you stay consistent, and he stayed consistent. I think it was like Gazza. Gazza was the same. I think some players accept that if I go there, am I going to be the best player? Is it going to be worth the headache, the noise everywhere else?
Like, that's what Vardy done. So fair play to Vardy.
Yeah.
That's what Vardy.
Like I can sit at Leicester for how long? If he would have went Arsenal when he did, he would have been back in Championship long time ago.
Yeah.
And had to crawl his way back up again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's how bad he could have got for him. But he's been at Leicester. He's doing that sub role now, squad role. Daka's sort of emerging.
Still getting paid.
Still that influential guy in the
half the bench. He knows how to put the ball in the back of the net if he gets a chance.
Probably got restaurants in Leicester.
Yeah, he's got his own ones. And he's got his own academy, isn't he? For like players who've been released from pro clubs, like how he was.
Yeah.
And he tries to get them back in. So yeah, he's.
And then obviously we'll have a percentage of their contract or anything going after. Man, so fair play to him, man. Even though you got to pay half of that to go to Kalina because of your dead wife, but that's another story.
That's story. Oh, stop it! Yeah, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you tune in on Monday for the debate. The Premier League debate. Tobias, you got anything else to say? I believe you could have the last word.
2 down, 1 to go. To Frenchie, 1906, missing now. Yeah, missing in action. Yeah.
It's gonna be called the Premier League Tobias show.
Here through the storms. This man can't handle the storms, you know.
You know what? Talking about that, you know what? When Liverpool are at the top, I miss this. This is what I really miss.
All he's at the wheel, at the wheel. All he's at the wheel. All he's at the wheel, at the wheel. All he's at the wheel.
Oh, I miss this, man. I miss all of that. It's just like roles reversed now. It's getting peaked now, man. I miss that.
These are the times that you hear through. You hear that? You see, you got it clipped on your dead soundboard. Yeah, which I need to get involved in this because I don't like the way that you've got access to one of these bullshits.
All he's at the wheel, at the wheel.
I've been here through the mockery, through the smell. Yeah, one smell from Frenchie. As soon as the temperature's gone, I ain't seen that.
Oh shit!
1906 is struggling. I think Liverpool are due to give him a heart attack soon still. But shout out to 1906.
I think it is. I think it's Nunes is kind of coming good, and Cavallio is looking real super dead right now. So he is, bruv. He is.
He's doing what everyone thought he was going to do. He's scoring goals, but is he going to take you to where you want to go to be? Yeah, cool.
Nunes stays fit the whole season. We get top 4 minimum.
And said what? Just okay.
Straight face.
Let's rewind. Let's rewind. Yeah.
Nunes stays fit the whole season. We get top 4.
Importance within the team. Where does Nunes stand?
He's high now.
No, let's give him a number.
He's at 6.
6 out of 11. Yeah, cool. Say 9.
Yeah, 6 out of 11.
Bro, what are you
The most
saying?
important, the most important player for us is the goalkeeper. He's the best player in the team.
Fucking, he's been De Gea. Call him De Gea, man.
He's the best in the world.
2015 De Gea.
He's doing madness. I feel for him. I hope he don't leave. But yeah, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back on Monday at 10 o'clock. We are Real Talk Football TV. We are out.